Okay, so I've got a Foley catheter and an IV set up here, and I'm going to hook this underneath. I can also, anytime you got a wheelchair involved, you can hook it easily on the brakes. Okay, but this stays at the level of the bladder, usually or lower. Usually there's a string. Sometimes there's a plastic hook, whatever you've got in the style of catheter that they're using. But again, always stays no higher than the level of the bladder. You can, when you're walking somebody with a walker or something, you can hang this off the front of the walker, but again, it needs to be down low. Okay? So from here, now I'm not going to do the transfers yet. I just want to demonstrate kind of some tube lines management here. Let's go ahead and scooch you over right to the edge. Yeah, let's bring the chair over. All right, and let's lock those brakes. Okay, we have a gate belt on her. Go ahead and lean over and come forward and hop over here. Great. No problem with the lines because we came toward her. As I'm doing in here, working with her, can you go ahead and lay down? Yeah, come on back up here. Let's lay down. There you go. Back up. She's in supine, coming back and forth, sitting up, no problem. This is here. Doesn't matter if I put it on which leg. The tubing needs to stay over the top, not end up underneath. Now, if it did end up underneath and it was here, then while I'm doing the treatment, we're okay. But don't leave the patient with the tubing underneath their thigh. All right? Go ahead and bring them here or make them lift their leg up. It's like, oh darn, I can't leave it like that. We're going to have to do some exercise, a bridging, or bring their leg up. Tubing stays over the top. Any ideas why the tubing needs to stay over the top?
It gets pinched.
It gets pinched.
And doesn't allow urine to
Yeah,
filter.
we do not want to ever get this cramp, okay, because it's going to back up in the bladder. And it could, if you're laying on it, and if you have a particularly heavy person, even a really thin person laying on this tubing is going to be potential for some skin breakdown. Okay? So underneath. Now when I transferred her over, my pole was right behind me, and I didn't have any problem. We've never ran into any slack issues here. Okay? Now then, come on over and sit up. I don't have to worry too much about the Foley catheter. It's right there. If I had it on my chair, it would still be in a very quick location, and I wouldn't be pulling on the slack. Now, once she's sitting up, I can't step away. All the same rules apply to my safety as my patient. But what if I decided we want to go, I want to move this chair over, and I don't want to lead her, so I'm actually going to, I'm getting very good at this, bring the chair over here and transfer her over. I could bring it in here and lock it in and do transfers from here. Okay? Yeah. Minding my patient. Okay? We could transfer from here. Now, go ahead and come forward, over. Okay, see what we just did? Not good because she's sitting on the line pulling it tight. Go ahead and hop out. So what do I need to do to fix that situation? What do you think?
Move the pole.
Move this? Yes. This would be better suited. I'm kind of stuck here. There we go. Thank you. Yes. Either right behind or maybe over here. Now, as she does, come on out to the edge, and then scoot on over. Boom. All I'm doing is getting more slack. We're good. And then come on out. And over here. Transfer over. Oh, boom. Yep, we just got to keep an eye so that we don't end up hooking this. And we're good to go. So my attention can be all about everything that you were doing before. Cueing, all of that. Now, if I decide we need to do something else and I need my IV pole over there, I do not ever, don't ever step away from an unsupported patient, she's unsupported, and do this. If you do, you have made the priority the pole and not the patient. I want you, stay in here, you take the pole behind you and over your head. And here, and if in the middle of this she starts to slump, I can easily forget that. I'm right here. I got hurt. Cool? That's what you would want if this was one of your precious family members. You want me paying attention to her. Also, do not ever, under any circumstances, step over an IV line. You may think you got enough slack and you could just pop over it real quick. Don't ever do that. You're going to lose your balance. You're going to hook a toe. You're going to yank it. Do not ever do that. It always comes in close, over your head, back, and I've got a hand on my patient. Make sense? Questions? All right. Go ahead and turn that on.